Take a look at Mac. Right now, Mac is perfectly safe. He's warm, the coffee on his nightstand is just how he likes it, and his room feels like a sanctuary against the harsh, unpredictable world outside. From the time he was a young boy growing up in a quiet suburb, Mac loved this feeling. He avoided the rough-and-tumble games at school. He chose the quietest corner of the library. And now, as an adult, his life is a masterpiece of routine. But if you look inside Mac's mind, you'll find an entirely different universe. In his thoughts, Mac isn't just getting by. He's a visionary. He envisions himself running a highly successful company. He imagines walking into a high-end restaurant, entirely financially free, never looking at the right side of the menu. He lies in bed for hours, meticulously planning the investments he'll make, the books he'll write, the life he will build tomorrow. But tomorrow always stays 24 hours away. Because Mac is trapped in the most comfortable prison on Earth, his comfort zone. Today, we're going to look at Mac's life to understand why the comfort zone isn't a sanctuary. It's a silent dream killer. And if you don't break out of it, it will render you completely unproductive and lead you straight toward financial and personal failure. The first downside Mac faces every single day is the illusion of progress. You see, Mac thinks he's working on his future because he spends so much time planning it. He buys the best productivity apps, draws elaborate financial roadmaps, and watches hours of motivational content. In his brain, the dopamine hit from fantasizing about success feels exactly like the reward of actually achieving it. But let's be honest with ourselves. Making a plan without taking action is just a socially acceptable form of procrastination. Because the moment Mac shuts his journal, he feels satisfied. He feels like he's done enough for the day, so he goes back to sleep. When you stay in your comfort zone, your brain tricks you into thinking that preparing to start is the same as starting. It's a dangerous lie that keeps you completely unproductive, running on a treadmill that goes absolutely nowhere. Think back to when you were 18. The world felt massive, didn't it? You had wild dreams, massive expectations, and a hunger to conquer the world. Mac had that too. He used to tell his friends at university that by 30, he'd have his own venture. But a comfort zone is like a muscle you never use. It shrinks. Every time Mac chose the easy evening on the sofa over the uncomfortable networking event, his world got a little smaller. Every time he decided not to pitch his business idea because he feared rejection, his confidence degraded. When you refuse to step out into the cold, your ambition eventually burns out. You stop dreaming big because big dreams require big risks. And your comfort zone has made you allergic to risk. You become content with mediocrity, not because you want it, but because you're too terrified to reach for anything else. This brings us to the third downside, the destruction of resilience. Because Mac has protected himself from hardship his entire life, he has zero tolerance for failure. He has no armor. The very first time he tries something small outside his routine and meets a tiny bit of friction, a rejected proposal, a harsh critique, a minor financial loss, it completely shatters him. In the real world of finance and entrepreneurship, failure is the tax you pay to enter the game. If you're living in a European market today, competition is fierce, the economy shifts rapidly, and adaptability is your greatest currency. But by staying insulated, Mac never learned how to take a punch. Instead of seeing failure as feedback, he sees it as a sign that he should never try again. He retreats right back into his warm bed, vowing to just stick to what he knows. And just like that, another year passes. The fourth downside is perhaps the most expensive one, the compounding cost of missed opportunities. In finance, we talk a lot about compound interest, how a small amount of money grows exponentially over time. But there is also compound regret. 5 years ago, Mac's friend asked him to partner on a small digital agency. It required working weekends and quitting their stable jobs. Mac said no. It was too risky, too uncomfortable. Today, that agency is thriving across Europe, and his friend is financially independent. Every single day you choose comfort, you are actively saying no to a better version of your life. Opportunities don't wait for you to feel ready. They don't care about your anxiety. They present themselves, and if you don't grab them because your hands are tucked warmly in your pockets, they disappear forever. Mac is realizing that the pain of discipline weighs ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. Finally, the fifth and most profound downside of the comfort zone is the death of self-respect. Deep down, Mac knows the truth. He can blame the economy, he can blame his upbringing, he can blame luck. But when the lights go out, Mac has to look at himself in the mirror. He knows he has the intellect. He knows he has the ideas. But he also knows he lacked the courage to act. Nothing erodes a human being's soul faster than knowing they are capable of greatness, yet choosing to stay small. It creates a deep, quiet resentment, not just toward the world, but toward yourself. Mac has become a spectator in his own life, watching others build the wealth and freedom he only fantasizes about. He didn't fail because his ideas were bad. He failed because he chose comfort over growth. But here is the beautiful thing about Mac's story. It doesn't have to end here. And your story doesn't have to end here either. The comfort zone is comfortable because it's familiar, but it is a graveyard for your potential. If you want to build true wealth, if you want to achieve the financial freedom we talk about every week here on Finance with Golden, you have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Do the thing you're avoiding today. Make the call. Start the project. Put your ideas into the marketplace. Stop fantasizing from your bed, and start building from the trenches. Don't be Mac. Wake up. Step out of the zone, and go claim the life you've been planning for years. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel and become part of our YouTube family. Also, let us know in the comments below which comfort zone you are stepping out of today. See you in the next video. Take care.